Whatever the setbacks of the moment, nothing can stop us now. Whatever the difficulties, Africa shall be at peace. However improbable it may sound to the skeptics, Africa will prosper.
More than anything, Unisa must be celebrated as a pioneer of the distance education model, an enduring gift not only to South Africa, the continent, but to the human civilization in the knowledge arena the world over.
Education is the light in a dark room. It's the spark of a dream, a passport to the future, and the seed of generational change. Through education, we reflect on yesterday and define tomorrow. Rooted in South Africa and the African continent, Unisa can truly claim to be the African university in the service of humanity. Unisa stands at the pinnacle of education through open distance e-learning, with a footprint of students in more than 100 countries worldwide. Since the founding of the university in 1873 as an examining body, we have been a trailblazer. Unisa is the first and only institution in South Africa to carry our country's name with pride, and the first public university in the world to exclusively teach by means of distance education, an ever-changing dynamic university with a global reach. Unisa's history spans the entire modern history of South Africa, opening up a world of academic study opportunities for former activists and struggle heroes, thought leaders, business people, legal experts, acclaimed entertainers, and sports stars. The university takes pride in almost 1 million alumni, with 10 alumni chapters internationally making their mark in diverse fields and capabilities. Some of the noteworthy alumni include President Nelson Mandela, Thabo Mbeki, who is also the Chancellor and custodian of the university's Calabash Awards, current President Cyril Ramaphosa, former South African Reserve Bank Governor Jill Marcus, and current one, Lesetja Kganyago. Internationally, Reserve Bank governors of Eswatini and Namibia, to name but a few. At Unisa, the World Wide Web is our educational playground, but we also have beautiful and impressive campuses. Unisa's Makelneuk campus is located in the city of Tshwane and is a major landmark of the capital city. The Florida campus in Johannesburg is Unisa's science campus, housing state-of-the-art infrastructure and laboratory equipment. Unisa has 6 regional hubs including Ethiopia and multiple centers across the country. We have embraced the fact that we need to adapt quickly to the fast-paced higher education environment of the 21st century, and this is reflected in our management style and leadership practice. In articulating her vision, the new Principal and Vice-Chancellor of the University of South Africa, the first black woman to be appointed at the helm of Unisa, Professor Buleng Linkabola, shared that Unisa is well placed to address society's most demanding challenges by using research to meaningfully transform the lives of those in our communities. To this end, Unisa is working on the following catalytic niche areas. Marine Studies. As a discipline, Marine Studies covers field-specific studies like marine ecology and biology to policy-related studies like marine spatial planning and coastal economies. Many other areas of marine research and studies are covered in this niche area. Aviation and Aeronautical Studies. Aviation and Aeronautical Studies covers specializations in areas as diverse as aeronautical engineering and aerospace safety, and South Africa's 18 airports forms a major role player for passengers and goods transitioning to and from our country. This is a niche that supports a major component of the country's economy. Automotive Studies. The South African automotive industry is projected to grow from 600,000 to 1.4 million vehicles a year in production. There is major potential to be explored in Unisa's commitment to automotive studies. In 2022, students from the Department of Mechanical Engineering participated in the Sasol Solar Challenge with their solar-powered car that travels from Johannesburg to Cape Town without using a single drop of fuel. energy studies. Unisa's Institute for Development of Energy for African Sustainability specializes in designing chemical processes, reducing material and energy consumption, as well as carbon dioxide emissions. Space studies and square kilometer array. Unisa has been extensively involved in the $1 billion square kilometer array project since 2012. The Unisa Observatory, situated on the main campus, is a modern, well-equipped facility housing a 14-inch telescope where the College of Science, Engineering and Technology offers undergraduate courses in astrophysics and astronomy with specialization up to PhD level. Fourth Industrial Revolution and Digitalization. The Fourth Industrial Revolution can be described as the advent of cyber-physical systems involving entirely new capabilities for people and machines. Examples include genome editing and new forms of machine intelligence. The College of Graduate Studies will support and promote studies into 4IR and digitalization, while the Graduate School of Business Leadership presents a short learning program on big data. Natural Sciences. The simplest definition of biotechnological studies is applied biology. Through the application of biological knowledge and techniques to develop products or services, the Unisa's College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences is one of the main partners in the African Biogenome Project, a coordinated Pan-African effort piloting a project with a key objective of sequencing 100,000 endemic species. Health and/or Pharmaceutical Studies. The Department of Health Studies is prepared for the challenge of equipping their students with research skills and expertise in the field of health and pharmaceutical studies. The UNESCO Unisa Africa Chair in Nanoscience and Nanotechnology is leading the international research into the nano-delivery of medicinal drugs, including African herbal medicine. The College of Law offers an elective undergraduate model on medical law. Feminist, Womanist, Wusadi Theorizations. In the College of Human Sciences, the Institute for Gender Studies, the College of Education and the Graduate School of Business all contribute to the interdisciplinary research into eliminating gender-based violence, homophobia and transphobia, and discrimination against women in the workplace and the political arena. The Institute also uses education about gender as an effective way to achieve gender equality and the empowerment of women. Student support and co-curricular activities. Unisa is uniquely placed to offer creative and radically innovative ways of enhancing student support. Unisa's College of Graduate Studies has developed a whole range of training programs to assist and encourage students. The Advocacy and Resource Center for Students with Disabilities promotes the principle of access for success, and the Student Development Division provides students with social support and leadership development services. These niche areas find expression in the rich tapestry of our disciplines included in the College of Accounting Sciences, Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Economic and Management Sciences, Education, Graduate Studies, Human Sciences, Law, Science, Engineering and Technology, the Graduate School of Business Leadership, and the Thabo Mbeki School of Public and International Affairs. As a comprehensive open-distance e-learning institution, Unisa is recognized as a serious player in research globally. From publication and journal output to the number of master's and doctoral graduates, we are moving forwards and upward.
By the virtue of the powers entrusted upon me this morning as the acting Vice Chancellor, I want to congregate this gathering of celebrating graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, could we go for a silent moment of meditating prayer as we celebrate this ceremony where we celebrating the success of our graduates. Whatever deity you subscribe to, we will have to take that into cognizance, but in a silent moment. You may be seated. Where's the podium? I haven't been here. Where's the podium? Okay. Settle down. The Chancellor in his absentia, His Excellency Dr. Thabo Mvuyelwa-Mbeki. Have I gone silent? Members of Council and their partners, many who are watching online right now because we're on the YouTube. The Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of South Africa in absentia, Professor Puleng Linkebula. To the graduates, family members, parents, sisters, brothers, children, grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, friends, and the loved ones. Guardians, supporters, funders, Unisa alumni, and most importantly, to you, the graduating class of 2024, Sanbonan, Dumelang, Tubelang. My team knows how to say it. Natula Janine. Good morning, Emore. All protocol is observed. My name is Professor Tenjiwe Meiwa. I'm the Vice Principal responsible for research, postgraduate studies, innovation and commercialization. I'm acting as the Vice Chancellor, as the Vice Principal, as the Vice Chancellor this morning to congratulate you on this special day. Thank you for making this morning, all of you, and our graduates. Without you, we wouldn't have had this ceremony. You've made it possible for us to celebrate. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, let's just take 4 seconds. Pull out your mobile phones. Let me do the same with mine. I'm hoping to be seeing movement so that we pull out our cell phones to put them on silent. Now, this is very significant for us because we're recording this momentous, seminal moment. You are a class that's graduating in the year that we turn 30 years into our democracy, in the month of Africa, with 25 May in the horizons, and indeed in the month that in 1994, President Mandela, may his soul rest in peace, was inaugurated. There never shall be any graduates that get to have this seminal moment. And for that reason, we're recording it differently on the World Wide Web, through YouTube, and we hope that you shall be in your best behavior when we do that, so that you don't spoil our archives. Eh? We want our records on point. If anything, you look marvelous. You've spent this amount of money on your clothes, and the makeup looks on point, and the eyelashes are quite nicely visible. So because we want to match your investment, we're investing in all that we're doing. I've brought my team here at a very high cost because of you. I'm honored to be with them, and because of that, we're recording this indeed. You may not remember all these names that I shall be calling out here, but serving as the Vice-Chancellor and somehow the Chancellor to a certain degree, because the Chancellor is the custodian of graduations. He is the tutelar head of the university. He sends his apologies, he couldn't be here, and sends congratulatory remarks to you. Serving this morning, I want to call out these names for our royal courts because of the colleagues that are officiating as well as that are in the procession this morning. We have a councillor member who's also the Secretary General of the NSRC, Mr. Dlamini. Professor Mkhashwa, who's the registrar acting this morning. I didn't see him though. My note says so. So it must be somebody else who's acting as registrar. See, my team are excellent, but this morning they missed that the acting registrar, who's the acting vice-chancellor, is not here this morning. Have Dr. Mieza, who's the regional director of KZN. From the College of Law, we have Dr. Mrodi, Director, School of Criminal Justice. We have Professor Mashokwane. From the College of Economic and Management Sciences, we have Dr. Ndiso. From the College of Human Sciences, we have Professor Onyansha, Professor Mutuahai, and Professor Mputi, who shall be presenting the Chancellor's address. He's been sent by the Chancellor. From the College of Education, we have Professor Surutu, Professor Mabunda, Professor Ngubane, Professor Dlamini, and Dr. Pala. I know you won't remember all these names, but for our records, we have to have this morning. From the KwaZulu-Natal Regional Management, we have, and colleagues, we have Ms. Ndwandwe, Ms. Goba, Ms. Mhlane, Mrs. Ngobo, Mrs. Ndlovu, Mr. Seme, Mr. Ngubane, Mr. Mkize, Ms. Nomsuga, Dr. Hendricks, and Dr. Nirajan. Now, I'm calling all these names out because, as I said, we're recording, and as we're recording, we expect you to be appreciating this fact, and also when we record, each time a graduate is up here, we zip our mouth, right? So that we allow one of my colleagues to read out his name for us to properly record it, and the family members and loved ones to hear that out. Graduates, you've done well. Family members, loved ones, they've done well. Through this ceremony that is going to be about 2 hours, a little more than that, more or less. It has 6 parts, this introduction that I'm doing right now, that shall be followed by the address by the Chancellor, His Excellency Dr. Mbeki, who has sent Prof. Mputi to represent him. Then we'll do the hooding, very important part. I know most of you are looking towards that, although you hooded already, but that's just figurative. The actual hooding happens when you get to where I was standing. See, there's a Nila there. Refer to that, what's looking like a chair, a Nila. For graduates, you've been informed about this, but I know our graduates tend to forget. It's those that are receiving degrees that kneel there. Others, we will congratulate them differently. Not that they're not important. This year, we've surpassed the mark of graduating more than 50,000 graduates at Unisa. Other universities don't even have that number, even in their 3 years of everybody who's in their records. For us, that's the number that we graduate. We're a mega university for no small joke. We're huge. And we thank you for making us that huge. We have 31 campuses across the regions. Some may be smaller than others. I'm delighted that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our graduates are here because they made good choices. Because of your self-discipline, because of wanting to resurrect that which we're now seeing, or to ensure that it gets to the destination that we see your success. You exemplify hard work. Today you are at the culmination, the very hilltop of what you've been working on all these years. You've reached your goals. Today you graduate. Today you become what all of us in this room who are not graduating have been hoping for. As a mark of respect, our very first graduate at Unisa is as important as the very last one. We request that it's only 2 hours that we're going to be in this hall. It's a very short time. Let's respect the very first one to the very last one by being present in the hall, so that you don't get recorded leaving and then your grandchildren say, oh, Gogo. Can you believe this? So you don't want to be in bad books in that manner. At this juncture, I'm going to request, once I'm seated, that Professor Mputi comes forward in representing the Chancellor to present the address. Enjoy a moment. We have the red carpet actually draped in black right around so that it doesn't get to shift when you're walking in your nicely quite long hills. Enjoy your moment. You've done well.
His Excellency, the Chancellor, Dr. Thabo Mbeki, in absentia, the Vice Chancellor and the Principal, Professor Lenkabula for the University of South Africa, Acting Madam Chancellor, Professor Maywa, the Council Rep, the Acting Registrar, college representatives, academics, families, friends of the graduates, and above all, graduates, good morning. Unfortunately, the former Vice Chancellor of the University of South Africa, he would actually greet, and if people don't greet, he will say, I will greet you until I have been greeted. Therefore, today is a new day. I am going to greet you again. Good morning. Thank you. I am Professor David Mputi. I consider it a great honor to have been requested to speak to you today on behalf of the Chancellor of the University of South Africa, His Excellency Dr. T.M. Mbeki. I'm going to talk to you about it's doable. When we define it's doable, it's something that can be done, that can be achieved or it can be performed. To the graduates, the project of study may have been difficult, but it's doable, and you did it. Graduates, today marks an important day of your life, and one of the greatest person said, you have to go through life with more than just passion for change. You need a strategy. I'll repeat that. I want you to have passion, but you have to have a strategy, not just awareness, but action. Those were the words by one of the presidents, President Obama. This graduation today represents an important step, a transforming moment of your life and the lives of everyone who is here to celebrate with you. Today, you will receive the degree that has been the fruit of many hard work and dedication. Despite the challenges that you have faced, to name but a few, first of all, the remarks from my colleagues on your assignments. Those gave you sleepless nights. The Invigilator app, for those who were actually even saying, we don't know why is this owl looking at us. I want to take this opportunity to say, despite all those challenges, I want to thank your families, your loved ones, even your children, for having to wipe your tears when you receive your assignment and you got a 0%. And when you have to sit in front of the computer and the proctoring instrument asks you for your face, and also if you look on the other side, it actually captures you as copying. Thanks to the family members. You have gone through life. Degrees, diplomas, and the certificates that you are receiving today would be the foundation stone of your future through which to contribute to the development and building of both our society and our country's economy. The conferral of the degrees today is confirmation that you possess knowledge, skill and expected in the building of a sound society. The University of South Africa has given you the right resources, which is knowledge, resilience, and perseverance, to delve into more complex situations in order to create a better society. But with that, remember, having knowledge is one thing, whilst applying it is another. Your work is going to fulfill large part of your life, and only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle for the second best. You are the first best. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living on someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions thrown out on you to disturb your inner voice. And most importantly, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is second. I would like to invite you to take a moment and think about an eagle, Ukhozi. Some of the few characteristics of this eagle. The eagle are high flyers. They can fly up to an altitude of about 3 meters, but they are able to swiftly land on the ground. At the 3,000 meters above, you will not find any other bird except another eagle. Therefore, Dr. Monroe said, pigeons scavenge scavenge on the ground and grumble and complain all day. Eagles are not. They fly and make less noise, waiting for the opportunities to strike their next prey or glide with the current of the storm. Great leaders are problem solvers. They don't complain like pigeons do. They love to take challenges as the eagles does when the storm comes. Eagles possesses vitality. They are full of life and visionary. They find time to look back at their life and re-energize themselves. This happens at about the age of 30. What happens is that when the eagle reaches the age of 30, their physical body condition deteriorates fast, making it difficult for them to survive. What is interesting is that the eagle never gives up, living instead, it retreats in a mountain top and over a 5-month period goes through a metamorphosis. For those of you who have done biology, you will remember what is metamorphosis. Each stage produces a regrowth of the removed body parts as it will be removing its own parts, allowing the eagle to live another 40 years. With that being said, I would like to say, be like eagles. Re-energize yourselves each and every day. The eagles strive to make individuals and organizations or society grow to their full ability. They teach and guide just like Mother Eagles does to its little ones. They never stop giving up. They never stop giving up and never stop empowering and directing. One of the famous actors, as I conclude, once said, "You are going to find naysayers in every turn that you make. Don't listen. Just visualize your goal, know exactly where you want to go, trust yourself, get out there and do your work. Break some of the rules and never be afraid of failure. It's doable." Those were the words from Arnold Schwarzenegger. You've made it to the finish line, and it's time to take a breath before you start a new race. The next chapter will be full of surprises. So, to my fellow graduates and everyone who has come here to support you, let us celebrate our accomplishments, cherish the small moments, and look forward to a bright future. In conclusion, in isiZulu, they say, these are the words which are directed to all the graduates, because each and every one of you will be having a different qualification. Abazingeli abathathu baya kuyozingela. Owokuqala wabamba uNokwatsha, owesibili wabamba impunzi. Kwathi owesithathu wabuya nempangela. Bobathathu bajabula ngemizamo yabo ekuzingeleni. Loyo naloyo wadla idili elimnandi ngokuba ipeace. Nani ke ngamaphisi namhlanje, jabulani nemindeni yenu nemiphakathi yenu. Congratulations once more. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Mfutsi. I didn't know you know some Zulu. Well done. We appreciate your speech that very much reverberates our graduates' resilience, perseverance, and the fact that they did something. Hence, the doable that they did has led to this celebration this morning. By the virtue of the powers entrusted upon me this morning as the Acting Vice-Chancellor, I now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the University on the candidates whose names appear in the program, and I request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me. Colleagues, before we do that, I see that the latecomers, could we just wait for them a bit? We did not teach them this virtue of late coming, but for the benefit of our records, we want them to be seated and record that they've come at this time. Colleagues, we've got to close the door now. Ordinarily, according to what we had informed the graduates, if you're late, you miss graduating. Please close the door. For the latecomers, please switch off your cell phones. Latecomers, please ensure that you celebrate less when we have each graduate that's by the podium for us to record their names properly on our records. I've got to go over this again for our records. You've been recorded on the World Wide Web as somebody who came in late. By the virtue of the powers that are entrusted upon me this morning as the Acting Vice Chancellor, I now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the University on the candidates whose names appear in the program. Representatives of the colleges, please present the candidates to me, colleagues.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Master of Arts. Hlenkiwe Kululewe Kweyama. Machone Lita Musisi. Bekani Josiah Ngwenya. Okay. Alicia Sudin. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor Michael Mutungwana receives the degree of Master of Public Health. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor Ngobile Lucia Mfongo receives the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Education Honors. Nushina Khan. Smangele Tombikaize Matonzel. Siwonukuhle Nokulanga Priti Ngubani. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Education. Slindile Biela. Shwelezile Silepi Buthelezi. Slindile Promise Buthelezi. Sitabile Priska Tlele. Tabiso Fortune Tlele. Nonhle Qindi. Thank you, Yolisa Teresa Kokoto. Tembelihle Dolly Davis. Carabello de Samuel. Kwanele Dladla. Nokwanda Dladla. Hloniphile Happiness Dlamini. Janet Nomathemba Dlamini. Ketiwe Londiwe Dlamini. Sinegugu Dlamentia Dlamini. Akozimaza Dokwana. Laris Rona Dry. Fezile Nonkululeko Dube. Slindile Princess Duma. Dikaleti Desiree Gewi. Brown Vein Tamara Govenda. Kwanele Pastor Gwala. Thank you. Thank you. Nolutando Amanda Hadede. Look at the camera. Nonkululo Snamile Satwayo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sbongile Smakelisiwe Cynthia Satwayo. The degree is obtained with distinction. Nosipo Polite Sengwa. Zafira Ibrahim, the degree is obtained with distinction. Banele Florence Kawula. Tambeli Fe Promise Kawula. Minentle Saganipo Kelson. Nokwazi Nokulunga Kumalo. Sizipiwe Trebo Kumalo. Sanele Lutuli. Samkelisiwe Mabika.
Nompumelelo Nere Lin Maharaj. Zama Happy Majola. Wanga Makaba. Nombulelo Makatini. Standiwe Daphne Makatini. Nonhle Buhle Brightness Malaza. Nkosikhona Sibusiso Malindi. Lindokuhle Endi Manana. Thank you, thank you. Noluthando Makashalala. Abongile Marathule. Nozipho Goodness Masinga. Siphe Sihle Promise Mataba. Londiwe Nonhle Mathebula. Anele Machaka. Nombuso Gugu Mazibuko. Nomfundo Charity Mbogazi. Zama Sney Mbonambi. Zama Angel Mbona. Sanele Mdletshe. Portia Alungile Mhlaluka. Ntombenhle Innocentia Mhlongo. Seluleko Angel Mhlongo. Thank you, thank you. Aphile Brilliant Mkhize. Thank you. Mendi Mkhize. Nkosinathi Emmanuel Mkhize, the degree is obtained with distinction. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Spesihle Mkhize. Spesihle Mkhize. Thandazile Immaculate Mkhize. Zandile Amanda Mkhize. Minenhle Zinhle Mkhwanazi. Kwazi kwenkosi Cherly Mncube. Gabisile Ntombi Khona Mngoma. Nelisiwe Perseverance Mpanza. Sinenhlanhla Jacqueline Msomi. Nomagcino Duduzile Mthembu. Siyabonga Mthembu, the degree is obtained with a distinction. Thandolwethu Zamanyoni. Thandolwethu Zamanyambose Mthembu. Zanele Minenhle. Zanele Minenhle Mthembu. Andile Fundiswa Mthethwa. Nonkanyiso Myeni. Nokthula Lungile Mieza. Pretty Zinhle Mieza. Sandisile Mzolo, the degree is obtained with a distinction. Khanyisile Olona Ndlela. Olona. Nothando Nokulunga Ndlovu. Vuyiswa Queeneth Ndlovu. Cynthia Sibongile Ngema. Zamokuhle samkeliswe ngobese. Sthembiso Ngubane, degree obtained with distinction. Naledi Nhlapho. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Caroline Petolela Nkosi. Nonjabulo Thembelihle Mtimbane. Fanele Petunia Ntsele. Ayanda Sikethele Ntuli. Peleleni Ntuli. Nonhlakanipho Zamazwibe Nxumalo. Sabelo Cyril Nxumalo. Khanya Khwezi Nyembe. Mbali Prettiness Nzimande. Nolundi Phakathi. Boitumelo Rampeo. Nonhle Sanda. Camera. Ndumiso Nontokozo Shabalala. Cindy Siwe Hyacinth Shabalala. Madia Sheikh Ali. Bazamile Bongwe Balungile Shange. Ntombenhle Shezi. Mthandile Shince. Thembeka Sinegugu Sibisi. Noluthando Sibiya. Siphesihle Bandile Sibiya. Lwazi Knowledge Sikobi. Nomusa Gertrude Sithole. Nonsindiso Sumo. Ntomfuthi Nonkululeko Tembe. Nonkululeko Buhle Tabete. Nomathamsanqa Felicia Xaba. Nonkululeko Khanyisile Xaba. Mandisa Hlengiwe Yika. Nonkululeko Zakwe. Samke Lisiwe Thuleleni Zikhali. Khonziwe Alice Zikote. Siphesihle Fanele Zisongo. Nqobile Zinhle Zondi. Wendy Sineziwe Zondi. Sanelsiwe Zungu. The degree is obtained with a distinction. Bridget Emma Cunningham.
Chantel Teresa Datlas. Maureen Duduzile Kumete. Nontobeko Langa. Tobile Imlady Mashobo. Thank you, thank you. Wait. Thank you, thanks. Nonpilo Makoba. Tandiwe Mdabe. Notando Mkize. Ayanda Wendy Ntuli. Samukelisiwe Siblin Nyanisa. Megan Bronwyn Raguba. Simone Celeste Foslo. Sindiswa Kaba. Zenelile Simpiwe Bengu. Nonkululeko Prudence Biela. Kanyisile Buthelezi. Megan Simone Kerry. Thank you. Gwendoleni Sibongile Kele. Londiwe Sibongile Jaja. Nontogozo Jaja. Selina Jamini. Nontobeko Olga Kwenisa. Tembi Nonhlanhla Khuzwayo. Gustav Leonard Christen. Tabiso Njabulo Luthuli. Zandile Nesta Luthuli. Nokwanda Charity Machopa. Prudence Kanyisile Mtengu. Nondumiso Mbele. Nombulelo Sherlyn Mbele. Beauty Mpumzile Mchunu. Nokukhanya Siphokuhle Mdletshe. Nozipho Andile Mhlongo. Nhlanhla Wilfred Mukwena. Mpanza. Tembelihle Mpanza. Zanele Lungile Msele. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ketukutula Skhumbuzo Mthembu. Ngamsile Mthembu. Zanele Ngube. Thank you. Thank you. King Mo. Caroline Notabo Gobo. Kwanele Samgele Ngobese. Nonhlanhla Promise Nkwanyana. Esenati Nobetiki. Thank you. Jabulile Ignit Ngumalo. Nosipho Augustina Songo. Nkosinathi Vusi Twala. Amanda Ntombize Sizwe Kaba. Ntombenhle Sabathile Kulu. Ayanda Zamanguni Gumbi. Noluthando Luyanda Kubeka. Sabelo Shamaine Mamfengu. Zukile Mapumulo. Funokuhle Nokupiwa Ndlete. Thank you, Zamoguhle, thank you. Bongepiwe Yvonne Mshongo. Pilani Mshongo. Nonkululeko Muloi. Nonkululeko Thobeka Mpanza. Ngobile Gloria Mthembu. Sipho Ndlovu. Sibusiso Petros Ngubane. Siyathemba Mandondo, degree obtained with distinction. Sinethemba Berli Majola.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree Bachelor of Laws: Magdalene Anthony, Mirel Bernard Hoos, Bianca Jane Bukes, Alishka Bhopal, Kwanele Purity Buthelezi, Shenem Khalidin, Anele Pel Kalusa, Yusra Kasim, Miguel Dean Shatir, Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Isaac Deborah received a degree with distinction. Siyabonga Mhleki Dladla, Mandla Defense Dlamini, Mbali Rosemary Dlamini, Belinda Catherine Francis, Sinenhlanhla Beryl Zamanguni Kwensa, Anelisiwe Kumede, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lavashni Kitsansemi, Kwanele Spelele Lupuno, Langelihle Charity Matangu, Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Bernard Harold City Mare receives the degree with distinction. Begumusi Masibuko, Reginald Nkosinati Mbata, Samkelisiwe Mgobozi, Lungelwa Olwethu Mhlembwabana, Wasim Mula, Vusi Franz Mpila, Standiwe Kwando Kuhle Msibi, Mbalenhle Mchali, Nontobeko Promise Mvelase. Nomthandazo Rosemary Mzimela. Yuvarnia Neika. Benjamin Jonathan Naidu. Nokukhanya Ngobo. Sibusiso Henry Ngomane. Lindani Ngubane. Nonxeba Nokwazi Nomakhosi Ngubane. Niksha Nilchant. Sakizwe Tobelani Ninela. Nolwazi Pel Ntobela. Sipwesihle Numalo. Tembekile Clementine Nyandeni. Siyabonga Innocent Phakathi. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Candice Darlene Pillay receives the degree with distinction. Dasha Shachara Ramborosa. Diadane Rampol. Vikesh Ramsingh. Matomola Isaac Sekwati. Nondumiso Antonate Shabalala. Sicelo Eusebia Shabalala. Vinota Ranjani Shadrach. John Shaw Copeland. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Onke Sikonje receives the degree with distinction. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Rishi Singh also received the degree with distinction. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Shaniem Singh also received the degree with distinction. Tahir Singh. Yajna Singh. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor. Charlene Sambramani also received a degree with distinction. Sandra Lee Stevenson. Samantha Sonepul. Trideshni Vadevavan. Linley Brian Wallstrom. Mtobisi Kumalo. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received a degree Bachelor of Arts: Tulisiwe Dumakude, Michaela Jangali,
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. Zetu Fortunate Mabena. Nonhlanhla Thobeka Amanda Nyanisa. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Nyanda Kuleswa Yanga Kuleswa Mjoli received the degree of Bachelor of Information Science. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Nursing Science. Nwabisa Jobela, Tolagele Lembete Lutuli, Letembe Lutuli, Shuren Maraj, Tandega Cynthia Mkati, Faith Tandegile Tulisiwe Njali, Tobile Spelele Njali, Tolagele Joyce Ngubani, Roxanne Reidi, Saritha Sukhal, Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Terisha Punsami receives the degree with distinction. Melusi Emmanuel Zata. Rishmika Bihari. Simone Danielle Boysen. Heather Beth McGregor. Nontogozo Nomusa Mapumulo. Tobile Innocentia Mtunu. Buhle Bakhe Mdluli. Nothando Mgadi. Renee Naidu. Langelihle Ngongo. Ayanda Ngubani. Jasmine Pillay. Yaslin Paidigagu. Nikal Rajpal. Shivani Ranjital, Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, has obtained a degree with distinction. Nompilo Petunia Ngubani. Lindega Priti Gabi.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the degree of Bachelor of Education. Sihle Precious Villana.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive postgraduate diploma in the College of Human Sciences. Ntombenhle Favorite Buthelezi. Xolani Mkhize. Vincent Nari. Noluthando Nokubonga Nkosi. Angeline Phumzile Sibiya.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the postgraduate diploma in the College of Education. Lindiwe Faith Dunge. Bongiwe Precious Jojozi, diploma obtained with distinction. Londiwe Prudence Mponchane.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma. Nomfundo Buthelezi. Thokozisa Valencia Cele. Phumeza Dlamini. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Anisha Issa obtains diploma with distinction. Kina Sebenzile Gumede. Sinamile Funani Kanyile. Mtungwa Derek Kumalo. Akhona Mabusi Luthuli. Mlindeni Elian Mavundla. Mlindi Elian Mavundla. Nokulunga Mazibuko. Bukeka Mbana. Siphokazi Londiwe Mdunge. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Buhle Mfeka obtains diploma with distinction. Sipokazi Charity Mfeka. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Gini Lembali Mgwabe receives diploma with distinction. Zinhle Patricia Mhlongo. Slindile Fortunate Mjoga. Theodora Stembile Mtungwa. Tembelihle Pamela Msami. Nomvelo Msimango. Manelo Renato Mtembu. Angel Ngelosi Nancy Mtembu. Hlanganisile Goodness Mzobe. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Seneli Sonjovu obtains diploma with distinction. Nogukanya Princess Ngobo. Zinhle Priti Ngobese. Rilebuhile Alice Nketlana. Sithandiwe Promise Ngomo. Nombuso Tenga. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, Tabani Kwabe receives diploma with distinction. Nokolo Pearl Shange. Nomaswazi Cheryl Chabalala.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received a diploma in the College of Law: Tracy Nomonde Biela, Bulela Kaya, Nosihle Peaceful Kahula, Amanda Pel Kumalo, Ngobile Lutuli, Tamangwe Masibuko. Non sikelelo non tobe komkise. Sibusiso blessing Mpanza. Busiswa Sinethemba Mpiti. Nomfundo Penelope Ngobo. Fezeka Bongisiwe Sibia. Snothando Zamile Sikali.
Settle down. We wait for all our graduates to be seated. That's how much we value our graduates. So I want you to just bear with us. We need to prepare this hall for our afternoon ceremony. We have 3 ceremonies each day because of the number of graduates that we have. Those that are not here earlier on or came in late, you'll know that we have more than 50,000 graduates that we're processing through. So just bear with us. We have a mega university that's 150 years plus 1 old, the oldest university in the land, the first ever university to provide distance online learning, premier university. Colleagues, we're going to have to start with the closure. Apostle Paul says, whatever you do, work on it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters. This is what the graduates that we have this morning that we're celebrating throughout this autumn graduation season have lived up to, working hard with all your heart. It's an honor again this morning on behalf of the Chancellor, our tutelar head, and on behalf of the Vice Chancellor to render these congratulatory remarks to all our graduates. The graduates of the colleges of education, College of Law, and the College of Human Sciences. You will see that the officiating officials had the colors that resemble the graduates' hoods. That's how we get to be on point at Unisa. Graduates, you've now joined or family stamped your continued membership with Unisa. Because we don't have a single red-gowned graduate this morning, we're not done with you. We expect you back till we are red-gowned. Congratulations, you are now what we call alumni. Some of you will have been for some time. We have 21 alumni chapters in 154 countries. Unisa is an international university, the only one that's tasked to operate internationally, and we have presence in 154 countries. We have established and are revamping our alumni chapters across the world and beyond, of course, the borders of this continent. We also have a standing campus in Ethiopia, and just next week we're graduating law students in Eritrea. Let's just demonstrate the university to which you belong. Now, this doesn't come with no responsibility and accountability. We expect you to resemble the values and the principles of Unisa. We expect you to continue to be what we want to believe we have nurtured you to be, the virtues and values that we've instilled in you. Being a Unisa graduate is very, very hard. It calls for being disciplined. We don't get to see you. Oh, I should have actually started. It's nice to finally meet you. Unlike physical universities that get to see their students and ultimately get to graduate them. So for us, it is a celebration in the true sense of the word. We celebrate all of you. Without you, Unisa exists because of our graduates, because of our students. We may as well just be an NGO, with due respect to NGO, or just a research council or any organization. But what makes the university are students, and it is you who make us. You are so remarkable, and because of the work that you've done, we want you to get to remain remarkable when you go out there or continue to work in your various fields of work environments. We are that has been honoring and giving opportunities to former activists and struggle heroes that were incarcerated on the Robben Island. With the only university that started doing that. Others may be doing it now, but we're the premier university that did that. It is thus with no surprise that we have the President Mandela, a Nobel laureate and former president of this land, needing no introduction, being a unison. We trained him. We also trained the current president, Cyril Ramaphosa. We're actually a university that trains presidents. Even our Chancellor has had to go through some of our programs. That is Thabo Mbeki, we trained him. We've also trained Robert Mugabe, may his soul rest in peace. How he turned out to be, we don't take accountability and responsibility for that, but we trained him. We've trained a number of very eminent human rights activists, for instance, Archbishop Emeritus Desmond Tutu. We've trained Mr. Ahmed Kathrada, politician of note and very good integrity. We've trained the previous 2 justices of the high courts, constitutional courts as well, among whom is Mogoeng, as well as Dikgang Moseneke. So you are joining that caliber of unisons. We've also trained, by the way, the judge of the High Court, who has been operating at the international level, Justice Daya Play. We trained her. By the way, Unisa is the only university that has a stamp in your pockets, your money. If you look at your banknotes, that's Unisa. Mandela is there, he's a unison. The current governor of the Reserve Bank, we're not too happy with the interest rate staying so high, but we trained him. And he signs your money papers because we trained him at Unisa. I wonder what South Africa will be doing without us, eh? We've also trained the very first celebrated Reserve Bank governor, first woman, that is Jill Marcos, to serve as the governor of the Reserve Bank. We trained him, aside Khanyago. We've also trained, you will recall, I like make mention of this because the First National Bank is celebrated, and just about a week and a half ago was celebrated as one of the banks, actually the bank that superseded all others in terms of its performance. Its height happened at the time that Sizwe Nxasana, who's a chartered accountant, who's a unison, whom we trained, headed that bank. So we have a stamp all over. If I were to take you through the stamps that we have throughout, including a number of musicians and politicians that we have trained, we will be here till the next time that we should be starting the midday graduation ceremony. University, therefore, looks up to you to fly the flag of the university high. We invite you back, as I said earlier, to continue with your studies and also to contribute in building up the academic walls of Unisa. Some of us are not too far from retirement, so we look up to you to come and take up our spaces. With that said, of course, you need to be red-gowned, do papers, write books, etc., etc. It's kind of like a lot of hard work. But we look forward for you to join us someday if you're not already amongst us in one way or another. It is aspiration that you continue, therefore, to be in the process of education, not necessarily through receiving certificates, but how you walk your path, behavioral pattern, needs to demonstrate that you are a unison that has been through these kinds of leaders that I've made reference to. We want to believe that the notion that Alpenstein makes a reference to, that learning shouldn't be just about facts and numbers and figures, but it should be how you get trained in the mind, how you behave, and how you live not only with intelligence, but with character, the goal that is very much maintained by, amongst others, our Chancellor, Thabo Mbeki. We therefore hope that all that we instilled in you, all the values, integrity, ethics, you shall continue to carry them out there and represent Unisa quite well. In my language, we say, umuntu uba ngumuntu ngenxa yabanye abantu. And therefore, your being here, this would not have happened had it not been for the loved ones who have been celebrating your achievements this morning since you have been walking the graduation stage. It is at this end that graduates are requested you be on your feet with your certificates. Now you're going to have to give us the back and face the audience. Some are here, some are actually at the back. Please. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Remain standing, remain standing, remain standing. Okay, oh, it will be Durban for you. Okay. Could we then also face the front graduates? This is very significant for us because unlike resident universities, we don't get to see you. Your hard work, discipline. It's not easy to be a Unisa student. It is actually contributed towards by colleagues that are on the stage who represent a number that could not come because of various reasons, amongst which is that the stage is too small to put the entire Unisa on top. If you can think that we graduate 50,000 plus, you can imagine the staff that we have. Therefore, I want you also to, through waiving your certificates, relay thanks to the colleagues that are on the stage. We've believed a number of the stories that you've told us about the assignments not being brought in on time, because we wanted you to graduate today. We've believed about, because we've been through floods in this province, that, you know, what happened with the floods, come on now, please make time for this to happen. We've ensured that you are here with all the and concessions that we had to provide. And the colleagues that are on the stage represent that. And therefore, we want you to appreciate and give thanks to them. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, family, loved ones, with the loud voice, with Vuvuzela, let's celebrate the class of 2024 graduating today. You may be seated. Thank you. We've now come to the end of our ceremony. Please, graduates. We settle down. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In the spirit of Thanksgiving, I want to acknowledge the graduation office represented by a number of colleagues that ensure that we run these graduations in the fashion that they are. They spend sleepless nights to ensure that that happens. I want to relay gratitude to the region for having made it possible as well. The Department of Facilities Management and Protection Services and Security to making this graduation a possibility, as well as colleagues who ensure that as we And this ceremony shall be on time be available on the World Wide Web, on YouTube for records, the Multimedia Center colleagues and ICT colleagues. We thank them. We also thank the Department of Human Resources who avail themselves to be on standby in case anything that is not good happens to you. The emergency rescue colleagues as well as wellness colleagues who do that. We want to thank the Olive management of this conventional center to have availed this hall for the entire week for Unisa to be able to do our work. On page 25 of your programs, we have the national anthem. We will sing the national anthem before we dissolve the congregation. When we sing the national anthem, we've got to be on our feet when we do so, and still, because it's actually a virtue of the land. While you are standing, please remain standing after we have sung the national anthem. I will then dissolve the congregation and the procession will leave while you are on your feet. Make Unisa trend for good reasons. Share your pictures. We are on all social media spaces. We want to record that and strengthen our archives and have good records. You celebrate well. Thank you, Ebonga. Them, please. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the virtue of the powers entrusted upon me this morning, actually afternoon, Chancellor dissolved this congregation of the University of South Africa.